Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
It's concerning, it's frustrating, and I'm done with it.
A woman who lives in rural North Dakota says she and her family have been stuck in their home for almost 5 days because the plows still haven't cleared her road yet. She reached out to our whistleblower hotline saying she's concerned because another storm is on the way and she wants to be prepared for it. Valley News Team's Maddie Jelseth shows us just how bad her road is.
Driving to Tamara Brazel's home, which is located on the intersection of 114th Avenue and 56th Street in Catherine, North Dakota, was a bumpy one. Drifts were scraping the bottom of my car, making me wonder if I'd get stuck. Luckily, I got through. But Tamara Brazel says she doesn't even want to risk it because her car is a two-wheel drive.
I've watched a couple people with four-wheel drives have issues going down that road. And, you know, so there's definitely no way that mine's going to get down there, you know, safely.
Brazel's home is on the line of two townships, Litchville and Northland. Lemoore County Highway Department says both townships alternate every year on who's responsible for plowing the street. And this year, it's Northland Township's responsibility. They hire a private contractor to come plow the street, but
they're short a plow.
Which is why her road hasn't been plowed yet.
If they truly share this road, then there shouldn't be an issue with finding someone to take care of this road quick.
Brazel says she wants a better system because this one isn't safe for her family.
If something happened, what do we do? You know, we can't get anywhere. There's no guarantee that anybody can get to me.
She says she's even more worried and concerned because of another winter storm this weekend.
We know that this next storm is coming up, and it would be nice to get to town, get prepared for this next storm.
She said she's just praying for the plows to come down her street so she can get into town and prepare for what's to come. In Catherine, Maddie Jelseth, Valley News Live.
The Lemoore County Highway Department says the private contractor who's hired by Northland Township plans to plow her road tomorrow morning. As mentioned, this story came to us through our whistleblower hotline. If you need help with an issue in your community, call us 237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth. Little by little, we're warming up, 20s and 30s in the days to come. Also headed our way, snow, and lots of it for some people. Robert, nothing to worry about tonight, right?
No, nothing to worry about tonight. A chilly evening out there, temperature-wise, single digits and some teens, some relatively light winds and a bit of cloudiness. Maybe an isolated flake or two of snow for a few of us. But right now, 8 degrees in Jamestown, 6 degrees in Grand Forks, 10 in Fargo, also 10 in Thief River Falls. Those winds, as mentioned, generally light, 5 to 15 miles per hour out of the south. They become a little bit lighter tonight and pick up again just a touch out of the south. As we head through the day on Friday, wind chills with a combination of those winds and temperatures. Wind chills as cold as 6 below now here in Fargo, 9 below up into the Grand Forks area. Just a few clouds out there, and underneath those clouds, as mentioned, maybe an isolated flurry. One more quiet day before a big-time storm system moves in just in time to ruin your weekend. And we'll have the details on that coming up in just a few minutes.
Seems like we've had a lot of ruined weekends, haven't we?
We've had a lot of ruined weekends, weekdays.
Yeah. Too much, way too much. Thanks, Robert.
You got it.
The Moorhead police officer who was charged with one felony count of aggravated assault last year is now set to go to trial. Court documents state 33-year-old Matthew Lambert hit a woman in the face with his elbow, causing a broken nose and a contusion to her right eye. The woman was arrested by Moorhead police on September 9th after they received calls of a woman with a handgun at Buffalo Wild Wings. Documents state Fargo police were later called to Sanford Hospital after Lambert said he tackled her and she hit her face on the bed. However, further investigation found that it was actually Lambert who hit the woman with his elbow when she was handcuffed. We talked with one of Lambert's attorneys who says there are no plans to enter a plea deal. Lambert is currently on unpaid administrative leave. His attorneys tell us that Lambert is anxious to get back to work. His trial is set to start on June 18th. Many people living in the Roosevelt neighborhood in North Fargo woke up to find racist flyers on their windshields this morning. We were able to get a hold of one of the posters. It reads, quote, all hate crimes are hoaxes and shows pictures of famous African-American TV actors and political figures, as well as a noose and a bottle of bleach. We talked with several neighbors and students in the area, and one said it's messed up. Most people did say the flyers were concerning, but they didn't want to make a big deal about it, saying the people behind the flyers were probably looking for a big reaction. The local Stormer Book Club is responsible for distributing the papers overnight. The book club is popularly known as small groups of white men who follow a neo-Nazi website and its founder. We're learning new information tonight on the man responsible for a manhunt early Tuesday morning. Court documents that were filed today state 33-year-old Paul Justin Kalla is now facing more charges. Kalla is charged with 3 counts of criminal trespassing, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, 2 counts of possessing meth, as well as refusing to halt. Fargo police arrested Kalla after he was found hiding in the basement of a home in the 1400 block of 11th Avenue South. The homeowner says she turned her basement light on and saw Kalla standing behind her furnace in the corner. Police say Kalla then ran to another home where he was eventually arrested. Court documents state the whole situation started much earlier that morning when Kalla ran from a traffic stop. Police tell us when they searched the car, they found a plastic bag with drug residue, 2 short tubes, and a bag with over 2 grams of meth inside. A small plane has gone down in a field in Richland County, North Dakota. Sergeant Wade Cattermas says the 2 people in the plane were taken to a Fargo hospital for evaluation, but appear to be okay. The plane went down in a field near Windmere this morning. Authorities say the plane belongs to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. It's only been a couple days since our team reported on heavy traffic near the Osgood School in light of recent construction, and already improvements have been made. After a mother told us she was worried about a 2-way stop at 53rd Street South and 44th Avenue South that was causing difficulties for drivers and danger to children. 2 days later, we found that a 4-way stop has been added to that location.
I am so happy I called you guys. I wasn't sure that it was going to help, but seeing it literally took less than 48 hours to see a change is so big. It's so big for the kids.
The mom tells us she also noticed the high snowbanks by the school crosswalk were cleared up as well, ensuring better safety for kids crossing in that area. With yet more snowfall coming this weekend, many are wondering what it's going to look like in terms of flooding this spring. Our weather team tells us this snow will be a much wetter one. And the City of Fargo Public Works says at this rate, we'll definitely see some flooding come April. But so far, there's a 95% chance it won't be so bad.
Since all the improvements we've done, all the buyouts, that level of flood, most people in town would not even know it's taking place, other than the inconvenience of the Elm Street closed and the 12th Avenue Bridge.
We'll have much more for you on this tonight at 6 o'clock right here on Valley News Live. North Dakota's legislature is looking at a bill to ban cities from increasing minimum wage above the state level. Bill sponsor Daniel Johnston says if a city increases from the $7.25 state minimum, it could take away job opportunities and force small businesses to close. He says some businesses are already turning to technology to cope with higher wage costs, citing Panera and Applebee's. Panera has added kiosks for customers to check out, and Applebee's has added tablets at the table to order from. Johnston says the city of Fargo is studying a proposal to raise their minimum wage to $12 an hour by 2022.
I just think it's really important that we stay consistent across state. I think that is a role of the state government, and we're here today to support this bill to preempt any patchwork that may be going on in our cities across the state.
The bill has already passed through the House. No recommendation was made today by that committee. A bill to legalize sports betting in Minnesota has cleared its first committee test, but still faces an uncertain future. The bill by Senate Tax Committee Chairman Roger Chamberlain passed his panel on a 5-2 vote Thursday. It now goes to the Senate State Government Committee. This bill would allow sports betting only at the state's 2 horse racing tracks and its tribal casinos, with a provision for wagering via mobile devices linked to the tracks or casinos. The state would collect a 6.75% tax on net wagers. Minnesota's 11 tribes oppose the bill. As well wishes continue to pour in for Jeopardy host Alex Trebek after he announced he's fighting pancreatic cancer. A Minnesota man provides proof of hope and survival. Hans Johnson received the same diagnosis as the Jeopardy host many know and love. Going into the doctor for stomach pains in 2015, Johnson found out it was stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Doctors told him he had about a year to live, but 3.5 years later, he's still here thanks to rigorous chemotherapy treatments. Doctors say that's likely Trebek's best option to prolong his life.
Do that fulfills you, that keeps you positive. Anything that's going to keep you positive and your mind focused on healing and whatnot, do it.
Johnson says a positive attitude goes a long way.